wanted to tell you before we jump in the boat that none of this used to be like this. This is part of our tour. We've already had hundreds of people visit us, and we show basically how this was before and how this has improved with the time, right? So we want to benefit the people from here, just like I am from here as well, with the changes that have been going on. And
Positive changes.
This was full of houses all the way to the edge of the river. So houses used to get flooded when it used to rain. So now it's a totally different space. People come here to get some fish. So this is improving. This is getting better, and we want to attract more tourists to this area.
To support local businesses.
To support local businesses. That's correct. All right, so let's go here, guys. We are now entering the neighborhood. Our main purpose is not to show poverty or none of that. We do want to show the people that live in the interior of this neighborhood. See, we're bordering the outsides of the neighborhood, but a little later you'll get to know great people that live here, hardworking people that live here, that unfortunately still live under these conditions. That's the same way we used to live on our side of the river, where we're gonna go to, and that has changed in the recent years. We want to show how our side has improved, and we are willing for this side to improve the same way or even better in the near future.
And now we're at the first stop before heading to Los Guandules, and this has kind of a before and after effect because to the left you see houses that are still on the river. Whenever floods come, whenever hurricanes come, they're affected by it. And here we're on the after. This was recently done. This is a project that was recently completed by the government, correct?
That is correct.
Tell us a little bit about why it was done and what was the objective of that.
Well, basically, before people used to live inside the river. As a matter of fact, people had to leave their homes whenever it used to rain because their homes used to get flooded. Now the people that used to live here were relocated, most of them to La Bartita, which is a new place that was built, apartment complexes. And now this area, it is totally different than how it was before. Now entire families come here in the evenings to play, to have some spare time.
I also saw kids playing earlier when we first met. There was kids running around, so I could tell that it's not as dangerous as it was before.
Nah, not at all, not at all. Before, transportation couldn't come in here. People had to go either to one of the bridges that's a kilometer and a half away from here, or 2 kilometers away from here, to be able to catch a bus. Now buses come through here. Entire families come here in the evenings. You don't see as many people because it's hot right now. Nobody wants to be out.
It is definitely hot
we
right
are
now.
out because we're doing this. As a kid, I grew up here, and I did not have what the kids nowadays have in this community. And this is the good things we want to show about this. Yeah.
Great. And so where are we going to right now after this?
All right. After this, we're going to be seeing our baseball field, see if the kids are playing so we can interact a little bit with them. Sports are one of the things that are being implemented in this area. Before, kids were just playing in the alleys without nothing to really learn about. Now they have baseball field, football field as well, which we will see.
Let's go check it out.
All right.
I left my car on right over here with the keys in it, my camera equipment, and left it on because I wanted to keep it cool and also, charge my drone batteries. And guess what? The car's still there.
Yeah.
Do not be intimidated by what you see in the news. Do not buy into that propaganda. All right. Kids are playing outside here. Kids feel safe. Look, right over there, there's kids. You hear the kids playing. All right. So all that fear mongering, someone that came from the States, go to a neighborhood, go to an upscale neighborhood and see how many kids are playing outside. Here you see it in the neighborhoods that people call barrios. Do not be fooled. For me, education's big. The kids are the future.
Yes.
And this right here looks like they're investing in the communities. They're investing in the future generations. Someone like yourself that grew up in this neighborhood, were these facilities made available to you when you were growing up here?
Well, when I was a kid, this field was here, and kids used to come here, just like myself, and play, practice baseball, but there wasn't an actual field like it is right now.
Okay.
It was just the empty land without no benches, no nothing. And we still had that hunger. We wanted it to have somewhere like this, and like right now we have. I'm glad to now tell people that come to our tour that this has been renewed and that the kids from these times have that opportunity we didn't have back in the days to probably become a good big baseball player because they have actual baseball teams.
Oh, so there are actually games that are being played here?
Yes,
Hay una
yes.
liga. There's a league here?
So there's leagues here.
Nice.
There's a league here, yeah.
So kids are, aspiring to be more than just, running through the alleys. Now they have the opportunities, they have the facilities. So things that didn't exist before are there. So we're heading in the right direction.
We're heading in the right direction, and we're glad to announce that.
That's awesome. So other than baseball, are there other sports here that are being played in the community?
For sure. Before, it's good to tell you that people that live here, that reside here, have to go to all the neighborhoods to be able to play baseball in an actual field that that wanted to play basketball. We didn't have any decent basketball courts. Now we do have plenty. We have like 3-4 basketball courts, and we also have a football field, which I'll be showing you a little.
Really?
bit.
Nice, nice. And those for you, it's not football, American football. It's football. It's soccer. Okay. 'Cause I know a lot of you are like, what? They play football in Dominican Republic?
There you go.
All right, it's football, right? The proper way of saying it. And look, over here you have kids probably the age of 9 to 10 playing baseball. This is exactly what we need. This is exactly the type of change that we need to see in Dominican Republic. As someone who's actively involved in the communities, investing in its kids, investing in the future generations, this is what it's about. We're giving kids hope, we're giving kids opportunities, and with those opportunities, we hope to bring positive change like we've seen here. So let's continue seeing what the neighborhood has to offer, and as you all can tell, we haven't felt threatened throughout it. As a matter of fact, we felt welcome. We were just at the Pescaderia right now, talking to local entrepreneurs, and this is what it's about. If you're coming to Dominican Republic, if you're going to Punta Cana, you're supporting resorts. Here you're supporting locally owned businesses. You're actually supporting the roots and the fabric of what Dominican Republic is. This right here is the fabric. This right here is what people know when they see the Dominican culture. So let's keep rolling.
Okay, so we are now underneath the Puente de la 17 and the Metro Bridge. That's the Metro Bridge right there. That's the Newark Bridge. Now, this has some history around this area that I'd like to talk to you about. Basically, this area was full of houses. This project is good to mention that was started around 2016 or so. And the people that lived here, there were so many people that used to live here. They were very, very close one to each other. Now, this is a big part that kids, like we mentioned, can use and everything. We have our football field. But now, come here. I want to show you a little bit about this. This is the mark of the roof of a house. You see that mark over there?
Oh.
That used to be the roof of a house. Probably an entire family used to live right here before. And this paint is still painted, as you can see. So people used to even paint the insides of what used to be their homes at that time.
So this bridge was surrounded the house?
Yes. Underneath the bridge, it was full of houses before. And this served as a shelter for a house. The next column over there was the same. The next column was the same. And this was full of houses.
So there you go, some interesting history. Once again, I mean, changes had to happen, but it's for the improvement of the community. As you can tell, nice AstroTurf soccer field right over here, paved streets, things that we didn't see in these areas 20 years ago. Porque antes, before when you used to come here, it was, ridden with potholes. It wasn't even, cement roads. So, we're not, we should be. However, I think we are definitely heading in the right direction.
For sure. I was a kid that grew up in this area, and I can tell you that even though I used to live in this neighborhood, me personally, I didn't used to come here because it was scary coming here, honestly.
Oh, really?
Yeah, right now, it's good to know that with this football court, kids that live in this area are getting benefited, just like the baseball field we saw back there. Another thing is that since the people didn't used to come here to visit us, to visit this neighborhood, now with this football field, kids from other neighborhoods come to play with our kids here. Which is good to mention that soccer here is played majorly by middle class to upper class kids. Now the kids from our neighborhood also have the same opportunity.
And there's a lot of talent in these neighborhoods.
They are, for sure.
And we become really big in the baseball world.
Yes.
Basketball now you have Karl Anthony Towns, Al Horford, Chris Duarte, to name a few. And even in the NFL, Byron Matos was at our event last week. So Dominicans, when it comes down to us, we're athletic. Paulino, gold medalist. A lot of talent in these neighborhoods that are oftentimes Unfortunately, they don't flourish because they lack some of the infrastructure
True.
and fields. But now it looks like a lot of people are starting to invest in these neighborhoods, giving these kids hope and opportunity once again, which is
True.
my favorite thing about seeing the progress in these communities because, yes, this was a dangerous neighborhood at one point. However, like you said, through education, through sports, through community building, it's allowed us to be able to do this, you all to have your business, and I think that's beautiful.
True, and we're gonna keep going ahead in what we are doing in our project, showing the world the beautiful, the colorful part of our country, of our city.
So back here in the background, I see two forms of transportation.
Yes.
I see el metro.
Yes.
It has two lines here in Santo Domingo.
Yes.
And then you have the teleférico.
Yes.
Before, was transportation to the city an issue for people that lived in these communities?
A lot. We used to always have the public cars and the public buses, but they're really uncomfortable. They still exist, unfortunately. Hopefully, that will disappear in the future because it's really kind of uncomfortable. I've used it 1,000 times, but I prefer to use the metro right now and the cable car. Yes, go ahead.
So a lot of people in the community do utilize the metro and teleférico.
For sure, it's connected to the neighborhood. This is a neighborhood that used to be isolated before, even though it was in the national district. Right now, it's connected to the city, and we have right there the metro and the cable car.
So for those of you that don't know, el metro and teleférico have definitely provided opportunities. It's created, just in Medellin, I believe the teleférico, if I'm not mistaken, it was taken from the Medellin model that was taking lines to the comunas and down. And the same thing here, you'll have transportation hubs. They are actually extending the metro all the way to the Alcarrizos. And how many teleférico lines are there?
All right, so we have one here on this end that takes you all the way from the National District to northern Santo Domingo. Then you have another one at the other end, which
Alcarrizos.
Exactly. They're trying to connect the metro with it right now.
Yeah. And so this is the change. This is the progress. As someone who lived in the United States, growing up in Austin, there's not even public transportation like this. And this is a third world country. So these are the things that people oftentimes overlook, right? If you're stuck in a resort, when we keep bringing this back to those same things, you're missing what this place is really about. I mean, here, Santo Domingo, a city of over 3 million people, there are over 300,000 people who actually use the metro on a daily basis to commute back and home from work. Clean, modern, security. So you don't have to worry about, being mugged or anything like that because in every single car, there's actually security in those things, which is something that you don't even see in other places around the world.
True. It's very comfortable, except for peak hours, of course. That's everybody trying to get in, but that's normal. But if you take it in a normal hour after peak hour, then you're gonna be sitting probably in ACs most of the times. I would say 98% of the times working.
Yeah.
And it's really clean. They don't allow you to drink water in there. They don't allow you to eat in there. So that's one of the reasons it remains really clean.
Awesome. Like content like this, make sure to hit that like, comment, and subscribe down below because I promise this is only the beginning.